welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carly. I am a homeschooling mom to 3 boys, ages 11, 9, and 6. So I've been planning all of our picks and resources that we're going to need for our upcoming school year in September, which will be our 5th year of homeschooling. We did not always homeschool. We used to have our kids in public school, and so we started our journey a little later. But it's been a perfect, wonderful experience for us. So if you are a parent who's thinking about pulling your kids from a different school experience to start homeschooling, this is me telling you that it's never too late. They can be older and it can still work out great and be super successful. When we pulled our kids to start homeschooling, they were 3rd grade, kindergarten, and our youngest was 2 years old. And it's definitely been a journey and we've learned a lot, but I will tell you it was definitely worth it for our family. So if you're thinking about it and you're still kind of researching curriculum, this is going to be a video all about my picks for my upcoming 4th grader, my 9-year-old, and we'll be starting this in September. So we have been using The Good and the Beautiful from the beginning, so mostly everything we use is from them. They have just worked out really great for our family. This is not sponsored, I just really like them, and so you'll see that's pretty much what most of our stuff is. So again, this is for my upcoming 4th grader, my 9-year-old. So the first thing I wanted to show you is his handwriting. We've been using their handwriting. This is from The Good and the Beautiful. This is level 4. And in 3rd grade, they start with cursive. And so he did level 3 last year. But I will say, they don't have to match up with their grades. I think when we first started and my son was in 3rd grade, we did level 2 first. And so, as always with homeschool, you don't always have to have the grade be the level that they're at, which is super nice. But I wanted to just kind of show you what these are about, because I know there's so many different handwriting curriculums. Sometimes it's hard to decide what you like. But the one thing that I really like about their curriculum is they always have a coloring or an art type thing at the bottom of each of their pages, and we just have the kids do 1 page a day. But to have that creativity at the bottom is something that my boys have really enjoyed. Now, if you have a kiddo who is not super into art and being creative, they might not like this as much if they're expected to do that extra piece that's not necessarily related to the handwriting each day. But for my kids, they have really enjoyed it. And so you can see the first page that I showed you is just a more simple word at the beginning, and then as the year progresses they start writing more full sentences. And so and it is faith-based program, so you will have a lot of sentences and topics that are related to God and faith. So if you're looking for more of a secular handwriting curriculum, then this is definitely not for you. I will say for my 1st grader, I'm using Handwriting Without Tears over the summer just as extra practice, and I'm pretty sure that one is secular, and that one has been really good too. So just as a second idea for you. So again, they have the sentence they're practicing and then a creative thing at the bottom. So that will be his handwriting that he's going to be working on. And then for language arts, he's doing level 4 from The Good and the Beautiful. So for them, this year they actually have 2 books. So he has the course book, which is still really colorful. Every year, even as they get older, they are still super colorful, and I would say the lessons are not overwhelming for my kids. They do include art, as you can see, but they do not take an excessive amount of time. If you want to see a flip through of any of the things I'm showing you today, just comment down below and I would love to do that for you. I know it's nice to be able to kind of see more of a course book before you're able to purchase it, which is sometimes really tricky when you're homeschooling. So like I said, he has the course book, which is literature, grammar, punctuation, art, geography, spelling, vocabulary, and writing. And then here is the second part of it, which is their spelling and writing workshop. So I've talked about this in other videos. I love the Good and the Beautiful. I love their language arts curriculum, but sometimes I think my kids are not getting enough spelling practice in. It might be just the way that I'm teaching it, but I follow along with the book pretty closely, and sometimes I feel like they just don't get enough practice to where they can confidently write without constantly asking me how to spell words. So we are trying spelling connections over the summer, and I shared that in a different video of like our summer picks. And if we really like it, I think I'll add that into our curriculum next year. Like we'll still do this spelling workshop, but we'll also do like a spelling connections like page each day as well, because they have been enjoying it. So here's like some example pages of the Good and the Beautiful, what the inside's gonna look like for that. So that comes with 2 books and then 2 personal readers. So last year on level 3, the books were like the parent reads a section and then the child reads a section. So you're reading with them each day and they're reading aloud to you. So this is the first level for level 4, where they're reading by themselves. So they get a personal reader, which has just like short stories in it, and then a world biographies reader. So that's everything that he'll have for his independent language arts next year. And then for math, he will be doing Math 4 from the Good and the Beautiful, which again, this is something that they're known for, is very colorful pages. And so that's something that my kids really enjoy. They're fun, but not overly busy, I don't think. Like I feel like they still, it's not too overwhelming for my kids, and the lessons are not super overwhelming. And the Good and the Beautiful is made to be used 4 days a week, which is perfect for us. Because we only do our core curriculum 4 days a week. So if you're thinking about how many days a week you want to do your curriculum, you can obviously do it 5 days a week, but then you'd just be done earlier in the school year, or maybe you could take some more breaks. And then along with the course book, they get this mental math map mysteries, this is something my older son has done. This will be the first year my middle son is doing it, but my older son has already done this level. And so the way it works is for each lesson, they just have some mental math that they do with you, and they give you the answers. So you can just hold up the book like this, and then they'll be able to tell you the answers to the mental math, and you can check it as they say it. And then they check off each one, and then at the end of every time they finish 5 of them, they get a sticker here. And then at the end of the year, this takes them all year, but at the end of the year, these stickers will be on a different sheet, and they won't be jumbled anymore, and there's a story that goes with it. So that's a lot of fun. My son likes that, and I think mental math is so important that I really appreciate this, because it reminds me and him to work on that every day. And then I also have these, which you do not have to buy them, but you can buy them like at Walmart, Meijer. You don't have to get the Good and the Beautiful ones, but just having graph paper for them to work out their problems on. My kids love these, and they use them a ton. And this is going on his 2nd year of using this one, and he has still that many pages. And my oldest son he's had his for 3 years, and we'll probably have to get him a new one this year. He's almost ran out of graph paper, but they use these a ton, and they're definitely worth it. And then I also have the answer key. I feel like Math 3 and above definitely is good to have like the answer keys for, especially if you're correcting like multiple children's schoolwork every day. Even if you're like awesome at math, it's just nice at the end of like a busy day to not have to like overthink things or like calculate all the problems out yourself. This one I've had since my older son went through this one, so I was able to reuse this, which was nice. But for the other course books, we don't reuse them. Like, we don't use page protectors. I just order a new one for my kiddos each year, and so they can write right in the books. Because even when we travel and I have to tear out the pages as as opposed to letting them just use their full book with the pages in it. They don't like it. It's frustrating for them. The pages get mixed up and out of order, and so I like them to be able to just write in their book and not worry about it. It's a very affordable curriculum for us, so I don't feel bad about ordering each of them a new one for each school year. So that is all of his core curriculum. Our science and our history is family style, so I'll be sharing what we're going to be doing for those in a separate video, so keep your eye out for that as well. But I did want to share with you one of the reasons why I like doing a 4-day-a-week curriculum is because we do a homeschool partnership on Tuesdays, and that is something we've been doing since we started homeschooling, and it's through our public school system. So it's at like a old elementary school. My kids have a ton of friends there. It's very relaxed, and I actually am there all day. All the parents stay there all day. So it's been a wonderful experience for us. So each year my kids get to pick out 5 classes that they take, and they get to go through like a list of different choices and pick them out. And so I just wanted to share with you what my 4th grader picked out for this upcoming school year. So he will be doing budding botanists, a lapology and exploration science course. He does a gym class, like a PE basic sports class, just like you would have like if you went to a traditional school. And then a Who Was class. So if you've ever heard of the series like Who Was or Where Was, it's a whole class based on those books. And then he also takes ukulele lessons, like a private ukulele lesson that he does there, and it's all paid for through like our local school system. So it works out really nice because him and his older brother are in music lessons, and then my youngest will be able to take them starting in 3rd grade. And it's been wonderful for our family to not have to pay for each of them to have private music lessons like separately from their school. So those are the classes that he'll be doing next year. He's super excited, especially about gym, because that is something that he absolutely loves to do with his friends. So if you happen to have any type of partnership in your area, I would highly suggest it. It's been a wonderful experience for us. I know a lot of places don't have it like through their school system, but there will be like private ones and different choices, and they definitely make your school week more exciting. Like they look forward to it. And it's just a day where you can like catch up on correcting stuff, or schedule things, or do what you need to do while your kids are being taught in their classes at their partnership, and it breaks up your week really nice. So I would definitely suggest it if that's something you're considering. So that is everything for my 4th grader Henry for next year. I hope this was helpful. Comment down below if you want to see any flip throughs of what will be what the course books look like, and as always, thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in my next video.